Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, we created and tested getTest API call in our Spring Boot application. And in today's video, we will write the code to call this API from the admin dashboard in our Angular application. So let's get started. So in our Angular application, first of all, we need to create a method in the admin service to call the API. And to do this, we will open admin.service.ts, and in this service, let's copy this create test method and we will paste this method here. And after this, we need to update the method name and we will replace this create test with get all test. And after this, we will remove this test TTO, and then we need to update the type of the API call and we will replace this post with get. And after this, at the end, we will remove this test TTO from the request body. And with this, our get all test method is completed in the admin service. Now let's save this file. And after this, to call this method, we will open the dashboard component in the admin module. And after this, we will open dashboard.component.ts. And in this component, in the imports array, first of all, we will import the shared module and we will add the import from our shared folder. And after this, we need to create a variable to store the response of the API, and we will name this as test. And after this, we will initialize this with empty array. And after this, we will create a constructor in this component, and in this constructor we will inject ng notification service, and we will use this to show the messages to the user. And after this, we will inject admin service and we will name this as test service, and we will use this to call the APIs. And after this, we will click on quick fix and we will add all missing imports. And after this, we will create ng on init method in this component, and in this ng on init method we need to call a method which will call the get all test API. So we will call a method get all test, and after this we need to create this get all test method. So let's start creating this method, and in the body of this method we will use our test service, and after this we will call a method get all test, and after this we will subscribe the response and we will name this as res, and we will write an arrow function. And after this, to handle the errors, we will write error function as well. And in this error function, we will use notification service and we will show the message as something went wrong, try again. And after this, we will go to the success case, and in this we will use our test variable and we will set the response in this. And with this, our get all test method is completed as well. And after this, we need to create a method to format the time to show to the user, and we will name this method as get formatted time, and we will use this method in the HTML. And in the params of this method, we will accept the time in seconds, and after this method will return a string. And in the body of this method, we need to convert this time into the minutes and seconds. And to do this, we will create a constant and we will name this as minutes. And after this, to calculate the value, we will use math and we will call a method floor. And in this, we will use our time and we will divide this by 60. And after this, we need to calculate the seconds. So we will create another constant variable and we will name this as seconds. And after this, to calculate the seconds, we will again use time, and after this we will use remainder, and for the value we will give 60. And after this, we need to return these minutes and seconds, and to do this we will write a return statement and we will return a string, and in this we will use dollar and curly braces to inject the variable. And first of all, we will inject the minutes, and after this, for the text we will write minutes. And after this, we will again use dollar and then curly braces, and in this we will inject seconds, and at the end we will write seconds as text. And with this, our get formatted time method is completed as well. Now let's save this file. And after this, we need to write the HTML code to show the test data on the dashboard of the admin. And to do this, we will open dashboard.component.html, and in this file we will create a div and we will give it a class of main. And after this, we will create another div of ng-row, and in this row we will create another div of ng-column and we will give it a style of margin bottom 20 pixel. And after this, we will create a span tag, and on this span tag we will apply ng for loop, and in this, after the let keyword, we will name the single test as test, and after the of keyword we will mention the variable test. And after this, in this span we will create ng card and we will give it a class of test. And in this ng card we will use ng title and we will show the name of the test by writing test.title. And after this, in this card, first of all we need to show the time of the test, and to do this we will use p tag, and in this p tag we will use strong tag and we will show the text as time. And after this, to show the value we will call a method get formatted time, and in this we will pass test.time. And after the time we need to show the description of the test, so we will again use p tag and in the strong tag we will show description. And after this, to show the value we will call test.description. And after this we need to create two buttons, and to do this we will use button tag, and for the first button we will give the text as view test. And after this we will create another button tag, and for this we will show the text as add question. And with this our HTML code is completed to show all tests to the admin on the admin dashboard. Now let's save this file, and after this we will open dashboard.component.scss, and in this I will paste the CSS code, and you can pause the video and you can copy this simple CSS. Now let's save this file and let's run our application. And as you can see, our application is up without any errors. Now let's go to the browser and let's validate the functionality of our get all test API and admin dashboard page. And in the browser we will click on this login button, and after this we need to log in as admin. So for the email I will give admin@gmail.com, and after this for the password I will give admin. And after this we will click on this login button, and as you can see we got redirected to the admin dashboard after login success. And on the admin dashboard after the API call we can see the test cards, and in each card first of all we can see the name of the test, and after this we can see the time formatted in minutes and seconds, and after this we can see the description of the test, and at the end we can see two buttons add question and view test. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will create a page and reactive form to add a question in the test.